quick 3 miles this morning. Unfortunately, I gotta leave for work in 30 minutes, so not enough time to do much more than that, but a good, at least, effort nonetheless. Hold on. This pollen is killing me. Every time I walk outside, I just start sneezing like a madman. But I'm just glad I did a little shakeout this morning just because my legs did not feel the greatest after the long run yesterday. Waking up this morning, I really could have used like an extra hour of sleep, but not the end of the world. Head to work now. Hopefully get in a little workout after work, and then I got a dentist appointment at 10. So a busy morning, but a relaxed afternoon, hopefully. So we'll see how things go. Back from the dentist, teeth are looking pretty. No surprise there. I do floss, so. Anyways, we're about to get our recovery on. Probably do a little bit of heat, just to help warm up the legs before doing some rolling. Nothing too crazy today. I do have a workout tomorrow, but on a good note, hamstrings are feeling much better these days, so that's huge. And on top of that, the workouts last week went pretty well, so I'm assuming these ones are going to be even better. Fingers crossed, as long as everything goes well. Every workout during the beginning part of, training or restarting training, realistically, they always tend to get better until you get to that certain point where they're like, all right, I'm back to the fitness that I was at, and now we start building. So hopefully it won't be anything too crazy, but yeah, hopefully workouts Tuesday, Thursday this week. We're going down to Michigan Friday morning as of right now. Hopefully that stays the same, and then kind of go from there. But big thing is to just carb tonight, gonna have some pasta for dinner, and then go from there, get ready for bed, get a good night of rest, and then take care of business tomorrow. It is a warm, humid, and windy morning out here in Minooka, Illinois. I think it's around 72 degrees, 95% humidity, and then 7 to 8 mile per hour winds. Definitely not the most ideal conditions I could be having, but at the same time, it's summer, so there's no surprise there. Summers in Illinois just are brutal, no matter what. But that being said, we do have a workout. We are doing 400 meter repeats this morning in the probably worst fashion possible. We're gonna be doing them in lane 8, starting at the finish line, doing 400 meters, and then our rest is literally the end of the 400, walking to the start line. It's supposed to be around 15 to 20 seconds, which realistically it's probably gonna be right around 20 seconds because I'm gonna take my time getting here. And unfortunately, we're doing anywhere up to 32 reps. Normally when I do this workout, I get to do them in sets. I'll do like 3 to 4 sets of 8 reps, and I'll have some extra rest after those sets. But the reason we're not doing that today is just due to how little rest I have. or not how little rest I have. The reason we have such little rest is due to how slow the reps are. My coach wants me to go at 6-minute pace for the first handful, and then if I feel good, I can go faster. But that being said, 6-minute pace isn't that fast, so I don't really need as much rest. So Jimmy T should be on his way over. These flies are killing me. I hate them so much, but I digress. We're gonna get after it in a couple minutes here and hopefully get through a good chunk of them before he has to head out to work. And yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards. All right. The first workout in the heat every summer is usually one of the worst, and not so much because of the heat, but more so because of the humidity. Like, my lungs are burning right now. I mean, there's a reason why they call humidity poor man's altitude, because of how difficult it is to breathe. And there's no way of preparing for it. Like, you literally can't do anything to be like, all right, I know I'm running into humidity, let's do this to help combat that. It's just something you got to get used to, unfortunately. So not the greatest time this morning, obviously only doing 22 reps out of the 32 I was assigned, but at the same time, I can't be too upset just given the conditions. You know, just got to kind of shake it off and get back after it next time. And honestly, it's a good foot forward, to be honest. It's not something that I was expecting to have a good time doing, but at the same time, I also don't feel that bad running 1:30 or a minute 30, 6-minute pace, that good stuff. You know, some of the early reps were pretty fast, slowed down over time, but yeah, just an honest effort this morning. Just made it back from work, and we're going to be jumping in the pool to do a little bit of cross training. I normally like to double after workouts in the afternoon, but with my legs still not being 100%, I figured it'd be better to do some swimming. Though, that being said, I got a circular pool. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that, but it's not really great for lap swimming. So I decided I'd bring a boogie board out, and I'm gonna kick in circles, and that will be very low impact on my legs, and also, I mean, really not to get the heart rate up that much, but it's gonna flush out my legs in a sense. It's gonna look really goofy, but it does something, I swear. So I'm just gonna time lapse this, and we'll see what happens. You see, these are the summer mornings that I remember. It's 70 degrees out right now, 93% humidity. It was like a high of 97% at like 4:30. It is just the most classic Illinois summer you're gonna get right there. Summer morning at least. And oh my God, I was dying at the end of that run. I was so hot, and just the humidity just sucks trying to breathe. It just, oh, you feel disgusting. Thankfully, we're done now. Got in 6 minutes jump rope, drinking a Gatorade, trying to get those electrolytes back, and now it's all about recovery. We're gonna be working out tomorrow because, like I said, we're leaving Friday morning, and I work at 5:45 Friday morning, so don't have a lot of time to run that day anyways. So today's big thing is, like I said, recovery. It is currently storming out. I think there's been 7 tornadoes that have touched down in the Midwest, or the Illinois, Missouri area at least, and not really too excited to be going back to work. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Hopefully we don't get any tornadoes here. That would be nice. Though, that being said, with the workout tomorrow morning, it does make me a little nervous how far throughout the night the storms last. I'm hoping by tomorrow morning they'll be gone, but it's just something we'll have to wait and see in the morning. another unfortunately rainy, little cloudy morning here at the track, but at the same time, it beats full sun, especially with how warm it is this morning. It's actually only like 65, which is a bit colder than Tuesday. Unfortunately, humidity is still right up there, I think 92%. We've got about 7-mile-per-hour winds coming out here too, so to be honest, not the best conditions for a workout. Unfortunately, we're still out here for a workout. I could have done this downstairs on the treadmill if I really wanted to, but honestly, I think it's best practice to get used to running in the heat and humidity while I can, and it just makes you a better runner, if we're being honest. So that's why we're out here at the track this morning. We're doing some mile repeats. These are going to be relatively slow compared to what we did last week. Start at 6:30 pace, try to work down to 6 flat over 8 reps, 6 to 8 reps that is, hopefully get an 8. And I think we have 2 minutes of rest. So I did also bring my Morton out, so I'll have my Morton carb mix. I'll be able to drink that throughout the workout, and hopefully I'll actually get through that entire thing because of that 2 minutes of rest. It's a lot of time where I'm not doing much. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Should be able to get through all of that and hopefully be a fully fueled workout. And yeah, hopefully things go pretty well. Jimmy's here back at the track with us, shoot some clips, and as long as I can survive the humidity, I think we'll be okay. So about to get after it, finish putting my shoes on, do the last of my stretches, and then it's go time. I just finished the first mile and I looked down at my watch and it's telling me, oh, I went through 5:46 all the way on the other side of the track. I'm like, what did I just do? I set my thing to lane 8 for the track. So my first mile was absolutely messed up, but all right, we got to get back after it, fix my watch so that it's actually correct mileage. Kills me, I just didn't look at it from last week. We did lane 8 and then all of a sudden this week, forgot to put it, it is what it is, but that's annoying. We just finished 4 reps. Not feeling too bad, but I will say that I am pushing it a little bit pace-wise. I was hoping to go a little slower. I think that last one was around 6:10, and the one before that was like 6:07. So I could probably slow it down a little bit, especially for that first 4, but I'm fighting the humidity right now. Heart rate's not too bad, so I'm feeling all right. Hopefully these next 4 will be pretty smooth. I want to get through at least 4 more, even if it means going 6:10 for all 4 of them. Ideally, work down to that 6-minute pace, like I said earlier, but we'll see how it goes. Take it 1 rep at a time and kind of go from there. Just got back from the track, starting up another contrast bath this morning. Gonna do probably 3 reps of 4 minutes in each pool and hot tub. Pool isn't that cold at the moment, obviously it being summer, and we have a heater to be fair, but it's probably like 60-ish degrees, so not terrible. My dad just actually got a little like ice bath type of thing. You can see it right here. We just set it up right before I got in here, so that's why it's filling with water right now. I'm not using it. But once it is fill, we'll be using that for the future, so that'll be super nice. Now, just to touch on the workout itself, I actually felt pretty good throughout this workout, and especially given the conditions, like I know one of my biggest weaknesses is heat, and for it being, you know, 65 and 92% humidity, I feel like I tackled this pretty well. So that was great. The first 6 reps were honestly pretty smooth. The last 2, obviously, they were a bit fast, and the reason for that was just because the football team ended up coming onto the field right when I started the 6th rep, so I was zigzagging between some of them on the home stretch, and as much as I hate to admit it, but when people are watching me run, I do naturally just pick up the pace a little bit, even if I shouldn't be, so, you know, it is what it is. What was that? So yeah, not a bad workout by any means, but it, you know, probably shouldn't have ran too fast in the last 2, but at the same time, not too bad.
Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just got back from work and we have a package to unbox. Literally a top 5 all-time package right here. I got Callie sitting in my lap too, so she's kind of freaking out sniffing it. Where do I even... Okay, probably right here. I gotta be very careful not to damage what's inside and also not point the knife at my dog, because that wouldn't be good. Not my pride and joy right here. All right, let's get the other side open. Dude, I have been waiting so patiently for this. Like, anybody who knows me knows I am not a very patient person when it comes, especially when it comes to packages. And the fact that I have waited as patient for as long as I have is a testament to how excited I am for this. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's go. I have waited so long for this moment. So this right here is a Sony FE 70-200 macro lens. And this is ripped, but that's okay. I am so excited for this. This right here is going to be probably one of the coolest things to have added to my current setup. I am so excited to use this. Basically, a macro lens just means that it could focus at a closer range. So if my focus, say, stops right here and he comes in, you can kind of tell, like right here, it doesn't focus on my finger. This will allow me to focus much closer and get all the fine details, which isn't the end of the world if I don't have, but it's also a 70-200, which means my current lens zooms only so far. I can't even try to with Callie sitting in my lap. It only zooms so far in, but this will zoom in double what that currently zooms in, plus some. So it would be perfect for when somebody's filming me run, like this morning at the track, or for my upcoming marathon in October. That's really the reason why I got this. And yeah, I am so unbelievably excited to be using it. I mean, it's so small and compact, but this little freaking lens right here is an absolute beautiful little monster. I am so excited to use this. All right, I gotta switch the lens off, mess around with this. I cannot wait to use this. This is so awkward. whenever I'm packing to go somewhere, I always think of the necessities first, you know. Roller, running shoes, running shorts. Anything else I bring with is kind of just a bonus because these are really what I need. Quick and easy, 5 miles on the morning. Feeling a little sore from yesterday, I won't lie. That being said though, I do gotta head to work in 45 minutes, so we're in a little bit of a time crunch this morning, especially because I need to finish packing. We are leaving the moment I get out of work. I'm driving right back to the house and boom, on the road out to Michigan, which is super exciting. So legs might be sore, but the mental has never been better. Super excited for the afternoon. So I gotta just take care of business here, knock out a couple hours at work, and then vacation time is now.
Oh, I love you so much. Please be good while we're gone. Don't pee all over the house. Oh, you're such a good girl.
Unfortunately, Callie is not coming with us this weekend. Our friends are bringing their dogs and she can't handle that. So we're leaving her here at the house for the first time ever in her 10 years of life. She's gonna be alone. We have a friend stopping by tomorrow to make sure she's okay, but shutting the door in my room because just in case she likes to pee or poop all over the house while we're not here, you know, if she has an accident, it's fine, just don't do it in my room. Anyways, let's get on the road. We've touched down in Holland. We're here at the Mexican restaurant. Time to get some food in the belly, take care of business before we get the day started. Actually, it's 1:30 here. I forgot that we're in our time zone. Oh, dude, this is so awkward. These people are looking at me through the window talking to a camera. I hate filming in public. After lunch, we ended up jumping onto the boat and getting on Lake Makatawa, and this lake feeds into Lake Michigan. So we did a couple loops around the Lake Makatawa first for like an hour or so, and then we got onto Lake Michigan, which was very choppy today. Not the worst in the world, but the boat actually handled it really well. I was quite surprised. That being said though, honestly a lot of fun just to spend a couple hours out there, get some sun, be on the water, always a good time. And then after, we ended up heading back to the cottage, which is where we're at now, of course. Spent a couple hours just kind of winding the night down. We're planning on going to a fest called, what is it, Celtic Fest, I believe. I think it's like an Irish fest that's going on this weekend. But to be honest, I think everybody was really exhausted from the boat anyway, so I ended up not doing that. And it's about 10:15 at the moment. Not too sure what time I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I could get up around 4, probably get up closer to 5 if I'm being honest. I don't really need to be up early, but at the same time, the later I get up, the hotter it's going to be and the windier it's going to be tomorrow morning. So it's kind of my limiting factor of wanting to get up a little bit earlier. We'll see. I'm not too sure yet, but that'll be for future me to decide tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys then. It's a little after 5:30 in the morning right now. I am getting ready to go on my run. I literally had to walk into the backyard though just to film this because of how windy it is. It is brutal out this morning, and it's only supposed to get worse, which is why I was so shocked of how bad the wind is right now. I think it's anywhere from 13 to 14 mile per hour winds right now, climbing into the 18s, 19s. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about this run. I was planning on doing a long run this morning. I'm thinking we might just scrap that, go for 4 miles to 8 miles, maybe if I feel good 10. But yeah, we're probably gonna cut it a lot shorter just with how brutal this is and the fact that I've never ran here before. So it's gonna be a new route altogether. I don't really need to go get myself lost in these winds. So we'll take it easy, not to stress about it, and kind of go from there. Ended up only running 5 miles this morning, and then actually me and Jimmy went on a walk after, did a mile with him, so that was really nice. But the wind is just brutal, and especially because the water's right next to us, there is no escaping it. I was getting thrown around like I was a rag doll, and I was kind of just going through it. It was exhausting. I don't even know if you could hear that, but the wind right now, even outside, is just, it's rushing through the house. So not the end of the world by any means. I know tomorrow is not going to be too much better, so it's going to be a low mileage weekend here at the cottage, but not the end of the world. Hopefully going to get to enjoy the day though nonetheless, go do some things, explore the town and whatnot, so that'll be super fun. And yeah, at the very least I did run this morning, and that's a positive. Alrighty, the Talbots are heading over to the little general store. Go check it out really quick. I was kind of looking for a Holland sweatshirt that I want to get while we were here, but I haven't found one that I liked. That being said, Jimmy sent me some pictures of some mugs at one of the stores, so I think I'm gonna go pick one of those out. We saw one at the Marina store, but it was like $24. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ridiculous.
It was $24 for this just generic mug that had a printout of the map of the marina on it. It was super cool, but for $24, I was like, yeah, I'll pass. So we'll check out at this store and kind of go from there. After we went through the general store, I still hadn't picked out a mug yet, but I wanted to go downtown and check out some of the other stores before purchasing anything. We ended up getting lunch and then checking out some of the different places where I ended up getting a sweatshirt. I'm actually wearing it right now. Just a little Holland, Michigan knit. I mean, it's not even really a sweatshirt, it's more of like a crew neck basically, but I'm a very big fan of it personally, so this was definitely worth it. And then we ended up heading over to the Celtic Fest. The Celtic Fest is a Irish fest that goes on once a year, I believe. I think this was only the 3rd year they've done it, but it was really cool. They had some stuff going on, like some games and some contests and stuff like that. They had athletes throwing stuff over a certain height, which was really cool. So we watched that for a while, and then after that we ended up heading back. I went back with my mom while everybody else went back separately, and Jimmy T and the guys, the dads, ended up getting Celts, which is the craziest thing ever. They came back and we were all just like, what is going on? They are pretty sick, I won't lie. I probably, if I would have stayed, I literally would have ended up with one of them on. And yeah, I don't know how that would have gone. So very interesting to say the least, but had a really fun day today. The big reason why we ended up coming down this weekend was, number one, I've always wanted to come down here to the cottage. I haven't had the chance to in the few years that they've had the place. And number two is the Irish Fest that's going on. So I was really happy that I was able to do both. And obviously they all wanted to go to the Irish Fest as well. So that worked out really well. That being said, it is now, we just got back from dinner. I didn't film anything at dinner because it was insane at the place where we got dinner. But it's 10:30 right now. I'm exhausted. I'm probably gonna get up early again. Unfortunately, I'm still on a insane clock, so we'll see how much sleep I actually get and kind of go from there in the morning. I need to get in a decent amount of mileage tomorrow. Hopefully anywhere from 5 to 10, depending on how I'm feeling. But I'll decide that tomorrow when the time comes. That being said, though, I'm going to bed, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, the wind has not even for a second slowed down since yesterday. I'm sure you're going to be able to hear it in the background, which is unfortunate because I really was hoping to get in a nice longer run this morning. Maybe not a long run per se, but just a longer couple of extra miles. Not the end of the world. Still try to knock some out here. Just unfortunate that the conditions are so bad. Windy, humid, hot. An unfortunate one to say the least, but that is summer at the end of the day. It's to be expected, so just gotta have to get through it one way or another and kind of see how it goes. Run this morning was honestly quite nice. Again, super windy, unfortunately. You're good on my side. Super windy, which obviously we were expecting, but heat and humidity wise wasn't too bad. I actually got started and I was like, man, I feel great. And I couldn't figure out why, because I didn't sleep any better than I did the night before and I was just as tired. And then the realization hit me. I took 200 milligrams of caffeine right before the run, so of course I'm gonna feel good. But yeah, that went pretty well. We got in 8 miles, which was really nice. And now we're actually gonna head over to 7 Brew with me and Mama T. We're gonna go get some chai and then enjoy the rest of the morning before we gotta get out of here. We got about 2 hours till we have to be out of the house. So it's a quick morning, but at the very least, we get an hour back. When we go back, we're an hour behind on time. So like if we leave at 12, we would normally get back at 3, but with the hour time change, we'll actually get back by 2. So that's super nice, and I'm actually really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Straws, please. Straws.
I forgot I never did a house tour exactly, but I will do an upstairs tour because this is where I spent the night. Coming up the stairs, which we have right here, we have stairs that go up, and then we have a bed right here. This is a queen size, I believe. This is where my parents actually spent the night. Beautiful little window looking outside. Got the TV, drawers and everything, fan. So that starts off our upstairs. Going into, I think this is just storage right here, looks like it. Bathroom, computer for Mr. Huguenin when he does work. Come through here. This is a little door that closes to cut off this part of the room. But we have almost like a loft, I would say. Kind of gives me that vibe, but we got 2 twins, I believe. I don't know how big these beds are, but this is where I spent the night. I had this bed. You can't even tell because I'm so good at remaking my bed, but I digress. I got this all to myself, which was super nice. I got even a little storage right here where I ended up putting all my stuff. So I took over this area right here. When we come back in October for the marathon, this is where we'll be staying again, this cottage house, which is super nice. Shout out to the Huguenins, beautiful place that they own here. But yeah, I'll probably end up taking over this place again, depending on how many of us are down here for that weekend. There's a good chance I'll be up here. It's super nice because I couldn't really hear anything from downstairs back here, which is helpful because they all stayed up much later than I did, even though I went to bed around like 11 o'clock both nights. But still, it was really nice. So yeah, I love my little area. And just like that, we are headed home. It's like noon basically right now. Very enjoyable weekend, but I will say, cannot wait to get back. I got a lot of laundry to do and whatnot, and thankfully, as long as we do not hit a ton of traffic, we should be back around like 2 p.m., which is gonna be really nice. Like I said, I cannot wait for that hour time change on the way back.
You were sleeping in our bedroom, not even with Tyler. Hello.
She is so funny.
Hello.
Oh, look at her tail. What should have only taken 3 hours ended up taking a little over 4 hours for us to get all the way home from Holland. It was a very busy day out there on the roads, a lot of traffic, which is super unfortunate because all I wanted to do after getting in that car was get home. But of course, that's just not how things work these days. So not the end of the world. We did make it back safely and sound, which is all that really matters. So very happy with that, obviously. And now I get to unpack everything. I got a lot of laundry to do, a lot of stuff to prepare for tomorrow, and a lot of sleep to catch up on. So I'm gonna be wrapping it up here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the docuseries. A little different, obviously, going on vacation last weekend and this weekend, really. So that was a lot of fun, but nonetheless, at least it's a little sprinkle of something different, I feel like is a good way to put it. So like I said though, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I got a lot of sleep to catch up on. I think I'm doing a workout tomorrow morning, so I definitely want to be well rested for that. Have any comments, questions, or concerns, drop them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, love all things, and peace out.